Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the top 3 coins you must buy during this market dip or crash, whatever you guys would like to call it. There's obviously still manipulation, FUD, in that accumulation phase still taking place in the market, which is giving us great price points and price values. So jumping into a few different coins today, 3 to be specific, we are going to jump in and kind of find exactly what 3 I think are worth investing into at this point in time. So the first one we're going to take a look at today is probably the most obvious. It's the most safe choice, and it's one of those choices that a lot of you guys have probably already invested in, and then we'll kind of, stretch out a little bit from there. So the first one we have is Ethereum. This is an obvious one, right? It's number 2 in the market cap, not something a lot of people, take for granted. A lot of people are invested in Ethereum for obvious reasons. Well, I want to say this under 2K price point is definitely a steal. I do think Ethereum has what it takes just in this bull market alone, or really the end of the year by itself, could actually push closer to 8 to 10K at the very least. That would leave us with a 4 to 5X, and definitely, like I said, has potential for much more. It's one of the safer coins out there, obviously only being number 2 behind Bitcoin. However, that may not last forever. We see Cardano founder Ethereum will overtake Bitcoin. Ethereum is superior to Bitcoin. He talks more about this. Charles Hoskinson specifically has predicted a quick victory of Ethereum over Bitcoin. Charles says, really cryptocurrencies, he believes Ethereum specifically is poised to overtake Bitcoin in the near future. He started by really talking about the speed of Bitcoin transactions, pointing to the sluggishness of the network and how slow in comparison to other proof-of-stake networks. Focusing on Ethereum in particular, he said the coin outperformed Bitcoin in so many ways. So this is definitely an interesting take by Charles, talking about Ethereum in such a positive light when he has basically one of the biggest competitors to Ethereum that he is in the works of making. I do want to take a look at a few other articles because we continue to see this topic come up of Ethereum overtaking Bitcoin. So here's a crypto price prediction why Ethereum could soon overtake Bitcoin. This is May 31st. We had another one. Can Ether overtake Bitcoin? Its resilience in May's crypto crash shows it might happen. We also have, can Ether overtake Bitcoin in a few years? We have, will Ethereum kill Bitcoin? And then last but not least, we have Goldman Sachs predicts Ethereum will overtake Bitcoin as a store of value. Investment banking Goliath, Goldman Sachs says that Ethereum will likely beat Bitcoin BTC as a store of value. Experts from the bank's research paper, really shared by Santiago Santos, general partner at blockchain-focused investment firm Parify Capitals, highlights Ethereum fundamental advantages over Bitcoin. We're not going to jump into all of it, but we've talked about some of these advantages before. I still think, like I said, Ethereum is at a great price point right now, under $2,000. You won't see this much. I don't think, on our next bull run, we will, even during the bear market, dip below 1,500 or even possibly 2,000. So we'll definitely keep you guys up to date with Ethereum as we move forward. But there is 2 other tokens we need to spotlight and really turn the spotlight on, as they're less obvious investing opportunities, and really they have potential to do even more than maybe a 4 to 5x. Jumping into the first one, we see Theta. So Theta at this 689 price point, 680 as we continue to drop down, is at a great price point. We actually saw in this last dip reach all the way down to $5.27. That is a massive drop, giving a lot of people great opportunities. Still at the $6.80 price range, you're seeing a great opportunity to invest in a future that is so bright. And that's exactly what Theta is. If we take a look at what Theta is and what it's all been doing, we have wpt.thetadrop.com. There's been Theta drops every couple of days now, obviously with the drops including WPT, the World Poker Tour, people themselves, obviously the players themselves are, jumping into these WPT drops. And I think realistically, this is a big deal of why Theta is going to be so successful. They're not just taking on one front, they're taking on so many different fronts. And, it's great to see the WPT drops taking place and being so successful, but they also have Theta.tv, one of their more obviously well-known parts of the Theta token itself, and why the Theta token has such a great future is because of the Theta.tv network itself. If we jump to the network, thetatoken.org, you can see the mainnet 3.0 is actually being launched in 7 days. The fact is, we're at $6.80, a 23% decrease in the last week. If we take a look at the last 24 hours, we're up 8.47% in the last 24 hours. And if you have to take a look, we are going to go to the last year. We went all the way up to 1590 right before our mainnet 3.0 was delayed. So if you guys are taking advantage of these dips or these price points, these low crashes, do remember, guys, there is risk involved. And I'm not a financial advisor, but I do think there's a lot of opportunity when there is accumulation phases and manipulation and FUD phases like we are seeing now. A $6.80 Theta is definitely something that a lot of people wish they would have saw just a couple months ago. So the fact is, now you're seeing it. And I understand there's still a little bit of, people that are nervous or not understanding that, the market will have, these dips or crashes. It's just part of what we see here. And that's exactly why I think a Theta at this $6.80 range is such a great price point, seeing that 1590 on the board, previously before that mainnet 3.0. I do expect Theta to actually increase here unless we have a substantial crash take place yet again. I think realistically, Theta is going to push very, very high in the upcoming 7 days from this current $6.80 price point, just because, like I said, there's a lot of hype surrounding the WPT drops, the Theta.tv, and obviously the Theta mainnet 3.0 introducing T-Fuel staking and uptime mining. They do have a lot of big things coming just recently to Theta as well. So DHVC joins Theta Network Enterprise Validator and Governance Council Program. They've had some big things, like I said, that really continue to push Theta into the spotlight. So that was number 2. What could number 3 be? Number 3 is actually even a little bit less relevant than a lot of people, give it. I guess a lot of people don't really give it that relevance. And I think really it deserves so much more respect for what it's been doing. And that's IOTA. IOTA right now, 79 cents. Give it a quick refresh, 77 cents. So if we take a look, I want to bring up Cardano here to kind of give you guys a brief look into why I think this is such a great price point right now. Let's bring it up right side by side here. So we have IOTA and Cardano. For some reason it's in PLN. I'm not sure why my Coinbase has been doing that. Let's bring it up on CoinGecko real quick for you guys. So obviously Cardano, and let's bring up IOTA on CoinGecko as well, so it's easy to really kind of see the comparison here. So we see a 77-cent price point on IOTA and $1.24 on Cardano, right? Okay, now let's go down to the last, let's go to 90-day period. Let's go to a 90-day span. We are seeing fairly similar price points. So we actually saw with Cardano the all-time high ADA price point. If we look in the just last, really, May 16th, 2021, $2.45, right? So we see IOTA, its all-time high is at 525. That was 2017. But let's say we want to look at the most recent. The most recent was probably right around 251, 260. It was actually April 16th. So realize that April 16th was a big price point for, really IOTA as a whole. I do think, looking at this, you can see that Cardano and IOTA have similar price charts. Taking a look at recently, we saw Cardano and IOTA have, recent all-time highs around that 250 range, very similar in, recent all-time highs. But if we take a look at the current price points, you're seeing IOTA 50 cents down on, Cardano. And that's just a crazy amount to be down when IOTA does stuff very, very well. And we've seen some great updates. Obviously, the market cap, by the way, $2 million on IOTA. If we take a look at Cardano, it's at $40 million. So, sorry, billion, not million. So $2 billion on IOTA and $40 billion on Cardano as market caps. We have to realize what that means. So IOTA is going to be able to move very, very quickly with just a little bit of volume, compared to Cardano needing a lot of volume to move very, very quickly. So I think, IOTA is an obvious choice, and we're going to jump into really why that is. So just recently, we had these positive energy solutions for smart cities of the future. An EU initiative is making great strides in developing a decentralized, cost-efficient energy trading platform to create climate-friendly and sustainable urban environments. If you go down a little bit, they talk more about this. So IOTA's technology enables energy meters to communicate automatically and exchange important information. The energy can be requested and offered decentrally. All processes are handled via the Tangle, so the marketplace works completely decentralized without any middlemen. Through this system, city assets like solar rooftops, buildings, electrical vehicles, and batteries can trace and trade via electricity in real time to balance the power supply and demand in decentralized and a cost-efficient way within a P2P network. So this is one of those coins, like I said, it will survive the bear market when that does come. And I think realistically, that's exactly what you guys are kind of wanting. An altcoin that has low risk because it will survive the bear market, and you can guarantee that the next bull market will be a solid one for that coin. And I think IOTA is exactly that. So taking a look at IOTA, if you guys go to the website, they have some great utility and use cases here for you guys to read into. They just talked about their chrysalis status and their update on that. But IOTA enables new possibilities. So they talk about their social impact, their mobility, the smart contracts, the global trade, digital identity, so much possibility. And it's going to be such a big future for IOTA. So many things they want to do is futuristic, and things that we see in movies, things that we see as a futuristic possibility, but it's so far away. IOTA, for that reason, in the next bull run will be one of the biggest coins of increase, in my opinion. So I do want to keep a lot of attention on IOTA as we move through this accumulation phase, because you're getting price points that I think, in 5 to 10 years, you're going to be very, very jealous you didn't jump in at this 77-cent IOTA. So like I said, guys, just a great opportunity around the board for Ethereum, Theta, and IOTA. I think realistically we're going to see maybe another couple of dips before we get out of this accumulation phase. I've talked about, we could even be in this accumulation phase until after July or even late July at the very earliest. I think we actually will take, 3 to 6 months before we really jump out fully. But, these are three really coins to keep an eye on, and 3 must buys in my opinion during these crashes and dips. So if you guys have any coins that you think are must buys, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear about your guys' ideas and thoughts on some of these coins as well. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Hopefully I didn't kind of jump all over the place too much for you guys. Hopefully it wasn't, like I said, too hard to understand what I was trying to get at here, but I think these 3 coins are specifically amazing, and I think we are going to see big things take place for all 3 of these coins in the near future for cryptocurrency. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video.